It should be at the bottom, the record. You got it. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much. I just got off the team call, for letting me come on and speak. I think it's awesome because, the exact same thing with my coaches as everybody else's coaches. They get tired of hearing their coach speak. So I love going to other places because they welcome you with open arms. So, yes, my name is Laura D, and I'm here in Dallas, Texas. I actually moved here to Dallas because of Beachbody. I am extra single. I have, not dated since Jesus was a baby. So I've been single a very long time. I don't have any kids. I'm done with college, and I was just kind of couch surfing. I was couch surfing across America, and I was so lost. I didn't know what I was doing, literally asking strangers, could I sleep on their couch? And I kept thinking, if I go from city to city to city, I'm going to find what I'm looking for. It turns out, at my old job, there's a girl who used to drink Shakeology every day. I didn't know what it was. She didn't tell me about it. I worked there for 2 years, and even when I asked her about it, I was like, what do you keep drinking? She's like, oh, just this chocolate thing. And I'm like, okay. So that was the end of that. 2 years later, up in New York City, I meet John T, do the size test group, found out about Shakeology, and I'm like, I went all the way across America, like risked my life for something that the stupid girl at the insurance office could have told me. So next time, which I'm very grateful for the opportunity and the lessons learned. But next time you guys are scared to tell somebody about Shakeology, just remember there is 272-pound Laura D working at insurance office who needs what we have. So with that being said, don't ever be scared to tell people what we need or what we have to offer, because every single person needs what we have. Something I tell my coaches all the time is that we are healers. We are basically doctors. Like, we walk around with everything that people need, because if they need friends, guess what? We have a big old social community. Like, come hang out with us, online, in person, Secret Saturday. So if they need social help, if they need like the mental help, we have the personal development. That comes in when you have like bad relationships or a bad mindset or a bad, a breakup, or your grandpa died. Like, hey girl, I used to feel the exact same way, but guess what? I started reading. I never started reading before Beachbody. Have you ever heard of Beachbody? Have you ever, read a book? So we have the mental help. We also have the financial help. Because if somebody needs this coaching opportunity, say that you're already skinny, or you're already fit, or you already work out or whatever, but you don't have any money. Well, guess what? We have the financial help with the coaching opportunity. And of course, we have the nutritional help, which is Shakeology, and the meal plans that come with every Beachbody workout. And of course, we have the physical help, which is our workout programs. So if we can help people physically, nutritionally, mentally, emotionally, and socially, and then also, what was the other one? I'm missing one. I don't know. Forget it. But socially, financially, I don't know. We can help everybody in every area of their lives. So our job as coaches is to figure out, what do people need? And how do we find out what people need? We just ask them. And how we ask them, we just talk to them. So our job is to find out what people need and let them know they can get it through us, through Beachbody. But I do very specifically have 6 steps for success. So I hope everybody has paper, pencil. Everybody got paper, or at least something to write this down. Do you guys have, good job, Deborah, proud of you. Do you guys carry like a Beachbody notebook? Like everybody have, look at Angela, Beachbody notebook. Yes, Kelly Elliott's got a Beachbody notebook. I tell my coaches, it's really important to have a Beachbody notebook, because you need to see like what you're doing in your business. Like every single day. Monday's a national wake up call. Tuesday, your upline call. Wednesday, you're checking out your follow-ups. Thursday is something, you watched a YouTube video from a top 10 coach. Friday, you're sending up, 5 friend requests, whatever it is. Saturday, you're doing recognition. Every single day that you open up a new page, and you can say, oh, look, today is, June 6th, and this is what I did on this page, or this is what I did on this day. So it's super important to write this down. And that comes with number one, write this down, is write your perfect schedule. Write your perfect schedule. This is actually something I got from Shalene Johnson. I was at the Platinum Edge, and we should all be at the Platinum Edge every single day of our lives, because the Platinum Edge is amazing. Thank God our upline is Danielle and Tony, and then her upline is Jackie Bull, and then above her is Christine Dwyer. Christine Dwyer is the only one outside of in Beachbody that has created her own event outside of Beachbody, and it's called the Platinum Edge. Christine Dwyer's team is called the Platinum Presenters. If you guys have never been to the Platinum Edge, you absolutely need to go. I went 2 years in a row, and I said both years in a row it completely changed my business, and it did. I was sitting, front row watching freaking Chalene Johnson, and one thing that I never forget that she says is smart people take notes. So I don't really consider myself smart, but I take notes. So I tell myself I'm smart. I'm like, oh, smart people take notes. I'm taking notes, and I'm smart. So she said, write your perfect schedule. So that's number one. When we were in the Platinum Edge, we're paying almost $400, we're over $400 for her to sit there and say, if you had a perfect day, what would it look like? She gave us 15 minutes. And she, it wasn't wake up in Bora Bora and swim with the dolphins. Not that type of perfect day, but who you are right here, right now, your perfect lifestyle. What would your perfect day look like? Okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to work out early. I have to have my Shakeology. I'm not going to mess up and eat Fruity Pebbles. You know what I mean? Every day, a perfect day. And so she gave us 15 minutes. We wrote it down. She said, I want you to look at it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I've been trying to have this perfect day for 8 years. And she said, now look at it. And so we looked at it, and she said, now guess what? We're like, what? She's like, do it. We're like, what? She's like, yes, do it. You paid all this money for me to tell you to do your perfect day. So every single day, and that means including time with your kids, including time with your husband, including time to meal prep or cook dinner or, read your personal development, whatever you're lacking in your life, there's room for it if we make room for it. So if it's not in your day, we need to write it down to make it part of our perfect day. Because if you have a perfect schedule and you mess up on Monday, guess what? It's going to carry over to Tuesday. And so every day when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I got this to do, this to do. And I have down to almost 30-minute increments. What I'm going to do is 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30. And Grant Cardone, he always says that successful people squeeze hours out of minutes. He was like, you just squeeze, because every day you're going 10x, 10x, 10x. So number one is write your perfect schedule and do it. Number two, make a video of your why. Make a video of your why. And this is really important because everybody says oh, you should know your why, but there's something about hearing yourself speak and watching it back and seeing it. And the only reason why I did this is because Danielle asked the Sparkles, which is her diamonds. She asked her diamonds to do this. And I was like, of course I know my why. Hello, I'm Laura D. I still have 50 pounds to lose. Of course it's for weight loss. And then I was making the video and I was like, oh wait, I have to stop because I lost 70 pounds before I got in Beachbody. And I was like, okay, let me do it again. Okay, I definitely want to be rich. I'm like, wait a minute. My friend, Silu, her grandpa just died. She inherited $22,000. But $22,000 is not going to get me, what if that was me? It's not going to get me Success Club points. Okay, I've got $22,000, but I still have to wake up and drink Shakeology and press play. I can't buy these Success Club points. I can't buy, I still have to answer emails, So money, I guess, is not my ultimate purpose, because if I did have it, then I'd still have to do the same things. And so it wasn't until I made the video that I realized I don't want my parents to think that they gave birth to a failure. Because I'm the only one in my family, my hair used to be bright red, that has piercings, that has tattoos. I'm 30 and I'm single. I'm so single that they ask me, are you a lesbian? I'm like, listen, let me tell you something about standards. Just because I want him to be tall and have all his teeth doesn't mean I like girls. So it's a mess because I'm the only one in my family who went off and couch surf, and I'm an entrepreneur and I live the laptop lifestyle, I'm doing things they're unfamiliar with, and that's scary to them. And so because of that, they think I'm a failure. And I don't, if they only knew, they don't have Instagram. And if they only knew, people love me, can you just love me too? So I really, really want to show them that if whatever the highest rank is, I can achieve it. And something that motivates me is my dad, he's been working at Boeing for 35 years and he still sits in the cubicle. My dad, if he wanted to be the top rank in Boeing, he could never be that. He cannot work hard enough to be the top rank in Boeing, even after 35 years. Danielle Natoni worked so hard that she got the top rank in Beachbody after 6 years. 6 years compared to 35. Danielle Natoni makes over $1 million a year. My dad does not. Danielle Natoni does not sit in a cubicle. My dad does. Danielle Natoni is the top rank. My dad can never be the top rank. So she is living this life that is not attainable to my dad. So you're telling me I can make $1 million? I don't have to sit in a cubicle all day. I can live the life I want. I can be the top rank, and all I have to do is go work for it? Are you kidding me? Shoot, get out of my way. Like, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Everybody's getting an invitation to my challenge group, and you better go get these people, because guess what? If you don't, I'll get to them first. And when you see me at the top, you're like, oh, she beat me to it. But what's crazy is that it's available for everybody. Like, there's not just one top rank. Like, there's one CEO of what's it called, of Boeing. Like, we all can be up there. We all can be 15-star diamonds. All we have to do is work for it. So when you see somebody who's in your spot and then you want to be there, just remind yourself, like, that person outworked me. And don't let that get you defeated. Like, let that motivate you. Like, somebody needs you right here, right now, whoever you are. Like Angela and Courtney and Deborah and Kelly, like, your story is important. Everything that you've gone through up to this day has prepared you for what's to come for the rest of your life. Every single thing is important. And somebody needs to know that they're going to make it, because you made it too. You made it this far for a reason. And you did not make it this far only to make it this far. So just want to let you know that you are important and your story matters. All right, number 3, show up to every call. Show up to every call. I'm really excited that you guys are here, because that means you guys are like the frontline soldiers. You guys showed up to this call. So good for you for showing up to this call, because, you know, I mean, how many people do you know who could be on this call right now and they're not? You know, so the people who are here, like, you guys want it. And you are doing the things right now that other people won't do. So guess what? Your future is going to look like it's not going to look like theirs. You're going to live a life that they can't live because you did the things that they're not doing. But like I said before, it's attainable to everybody, but there's just something different about you guys. Like, you have that fire. You're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should come on this call. Maybe she's going to say something that's going to change my life. And I hope it does. I hope that you don't leave this call the same. You know, I hope that you take something out of it and apply it to your life. Show to every call, especially the national wake-up call. Those are huge. There was a girl not too long ago on the national wake-up call. She said when she first became a coach, every single day, 365 days, her first year of her business, she listened to a national wake-up call. Now that's 365 national wake-up calls. Like, that's a lot of information. But could you imagine if you sat down and did that just for 30 minutes, like how much growth you would have and how much knowledge you could attain? And they're not asking, like, you know, these emerald coaches from, like, you know, Canada to be on these calls. They're asking these people who have been through the fire to be on these calls. Like, you don't just wake up and become a 10-star diamond. You're like, you got to go through some stuff. You know what I mean? So they're asking these people who are tried and true, tested and approved. I think that's from Kix cereal. Kix, tried and true, tested and approved. And they can teach us stuff. So it's very, very important that we listen to National Wake Up Call. Danielle Natoni, she used to do calls all the time. She doesn't so much anymore, but when she does, it's very important that we get on them. You know, Kelly, whenever she has a call, it's so super important that you guys show up, because you have to also remember the seeds that you plant is what you're going to reap. So if you want a team beneath you, but you don't show up for your upline team, like, just think, like, okay, I'm showing up for this because I want my team to show up for me. You know what I mean? So we have to remember that, always support each other. So that's number 3. Number 4, specific question equals specific solution. I'm going to explain that in a minute. Specific question equals specific solution. What does that mean? That means I found out when I very first became a coach, I would ask questions like, how do I work the business? And I would ask questions like, what does Success Club mean? Like, very vague, broad questions, because I just, like, I wasn't understanding. Like, the COO is a hot, buttery mess. And there were so many things that I didn't understand about it. But one thing that I learned is that if you figure out exactly what you need, like, Laura, how do I switch my coach on my left leg to the coach on the right leg? The more specific you get, the more specific your answer will be. So whatever is stopping you from achieving your goal, you have to get so specific that we know exactly what you're talking about, so you have the exact answer. And if you're still stuck on the exact same thing, the exact same problem, you know, like, how do I recruit more people? You know, well, the very first question is, are you talking to 3 to 5 people a day? Are you inviting? Are you saying hi? Are you adding people on Facebook? Like, there has to be a different Like there has to be a very, very specific question. There has to be a different question that's asked. So the more specific your question is, the more specific your problem, you can identify your problem, the more specific your solution is going to be. And then something that I like to say all the time is, say that you want a car and you want a white car, and you see a white car drive by and you're like, oh, there's a white Jeep. And somebody's like, no, you said you wanted a white car. And then you're like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. Like I do, I want a car. So then the Jeep drives by, you see a white car. And then somebody's like, oh, look, you can have that white car if you're looking for a car. You're like, no, I want a white car, but I want it to have black rims. And then so you see, like the more specific you get, if you say you want a white car with like a leather interior and like a drop top Camaro and black rims and like dice hanging from the mirror and polka dot seats, when that car goes outside and drives by and you see them polka dot seats, you got so specific, you're gonna jump up and down and be like, oh my God, that's my car. Why? Because you know exactly what you want. Like exactly what you want. You see one with striped seats, you're like, that's not mine. Why? Because I want polka dot seats. Like, you know exactly what you want. So that's why it's very, very important to be specific. Because if you don't know what you want, like, what are you going to get? If you don't know what your problem is, how do you know what your solution is? And I guarantee you there's a solution to every problem you've had. Because there's tons. There's like 45. I don't know how many 15-star diamonds there are. But every single problem and issue that we have, somebody else has gone through it before us. I guarantee you. Number 5. Listen to the 10X rule by Grant Cardone on Audible. He will change your entire life. Not only will Grant Cardone change your entire life, the 10X rule will change your entire life, and Audible will change your entire life. Why? Because every day we have to take a shower. We have to take a shower, and every day when I get out of the shower, like you're either not listening to anything, you're watching the Today Show, or you're listening to music. Like none of those are advantageous. Every single day, as soon as I get out of the shower, the number one thing I do is I go into my Audible and I push play. And I listen to Grant Cardone because why? You have to brush your hair, you have to brush your teeth, you got to put on deodorant, got to put on lotion, got to do the Q-tips, make your bed, whatever you have to do. If for some reason, like say my mom FaceTime me or something and I'm getting ready and I'm talking to her, then as soon as I get in the car, guess what I do? I push play on Audible. I never used to listen to Audible books. I was like, no, I have to see the pages. I have to smell them. I have to highlight. You know what? In the past 2 months, I've listened to 11 Audible books. If you want to buy them, that's completely fine, and you can go back through. But I'm just saying, like, when you hear Grant Cardone and you hear his accent, it will completely change your life because he has like a little Southern accent, and if you think I'm hype, he's 10X hype. He's insane. So that's number 5. And number 6, do what you know you should do. Write that down. Do what you know you should do. What does that mean? Do what you know you should do. The 4 vital behaviors. I can't stand it. One of my coaches are like, oh my gosh, I have a success club. I'm not an emerald yet. And I'm like, girl, are you drinking your Shakeology every day? Kind of. Are you posting it every day? Are you being a product of the product? Are you working out every day? Are you inviting? They have it there 3 times because they want you to invite 3 people. You talk to 3 people every single day. 3 new people times 30 days in a month. 3 times 30, that's 90. You're telling me out of 90 people in a success club? Oh, Felicia, you are just being outworked. It's not that you can't hit it. You're not freaking working the business. Like, invite. 3 people a day. Drink the shake. You wake up, you work out, because if you don't wake up and work out, it's not going to happen. I don't care what you say. I'm going to wait till the kids go home from school. It's not going to be the same. You wake up and you work out. Why? Because we are a health and a fitness company first. So our health and our fitness comes first. As soon as you get done working out, you need to replenish your body. So we do our shake. And then we do the shower. We do the shake, and then we do the shower. Why? Because I found out after a survey of people, a very weird survey, but I had to survey people. People do not want to drink their Shakeology after their shower, and most people brush their teeth after their shower. There's a small percentage of people who wake up and brush their teeth and then work out, but then I don't feel like that applies to many people. I can't do that. Like, if I wake up and brush my teeth, like, it gives me cotton mouth, and I'm like trying to punch, and I'm like, like I can't breathe. So we wake up, we work out, we shake, we shower. Guess what? Before 7 a.m., we already have 4 amazing things out of the way, and we set the cadence for our day. Like, we're already winning. So do the things that you know you should do. Do them. Because if there's an area that you're lacking in your business, like, you should ask yourself, am I doing the 4 vital behaviors? Like, am I reading personal development? Like, we know we could always like read one other page. Like, we know we can listen 1 minute longer. You know, am I posting my shake? Am I inviting people? Am I recognizing somebody? When's the last time I recognized somebody on my team or off my team? I recognize this guy named Kalen White. I went to high school with him. He's not on my team. I've never talked to him about Beachbody, but he is such a good dad. Like, he takes his daughter to the park, and he's like my age. You know, I'm 30, and I forget I'm an adult. And he's like, adults don't look like adulty anymore. And so I just feel like he's like a young adult. And he takes his daughter to the park all the time, and he's like running behind her with a little bike. And I'm like, I just want to shout out Kalen because he's so amazing. Like, people do not have to be on our team to recognize them. If somebody recognized me and they were like in Advocare or Herbalife or something, and they were always liking my pictures and always constantly commenting and always giving me love and support, I would want to be like, what is it about you? Like, why are you so nice to me? Why do you support me so much? And they're like, it's just who I am. Like, I never was like this before Advocare, Herbalife, but and you should, I had this opportunity. We want to come see my open house. You know, whatever. Because guess what? Every single person needs what we have. So you just tie it back to them. So number 1, write your perfect schedule. Number 2, make a video of your why. Number 3, show up to every call. Number 4, you find a very specific question for your very specific problem, and you will find a very specific solution. Number 5, listen to 10X by Grant Cardone on Audible. And number 6, do what you know you should do, basically the 4 vital behaviors. These are just, I've made these up myself. This is what I do. Somebody asked me like the top 6 things you could do, like 6 steps for success. And I was like, this is it. This is what I do. Like, I'm a daily. So anyway, your homework, I want you to write this down, my homework. Your homework for next week. I want you to pick a task from above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. That's number 1. Pick a task. Number 2, I want you to decide how you're going to change for the better. So if you don't have a video of your why, even if you don't show anybody but your coach, you need to do that because it's your why is going to surprise you. Number 3, send it to Kelly. I want you to send it to Kelly. So if you're going to say, Kelly, you know what? You're my coach, and I have been doing everything except for number 1. I have not been doing my perfect schedule, but guess what, Kelly? Here's my perfect schedule. And she's going to say, thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate you paying attention to Laura's call and showing up and writing your perfect schedule. Because that's encouraging when you know that people are, like, want to do better, and they see that they're listening, and then they're paying attention, and they're actually digesting it. Or maybe, you know, you went to the National Wake Up Call, or you listened to it for the very first time. You just text her a picture or put it in your coach's group. It's like, guess what? I listened to my very first National Wake Up Call. So whatever it is, I just want you to take one of those tasks, set yourself up for success, because how you end 2016 is how you're going to start 2017. And like I said, every single one of you has the potential to blow out of the water, because y'all are here, and this is the frontline soldiers. So good job, and thank you for showing up. That's all I got.
Thank you.
You're welcome, boo.
You have like 3 minutes. I want to be cognizant of your time, but if anybody has any questions, you want to answer any questions?
Yeah, go ahead, ask away.
Who's got questions? You can unmute yourself.
Preguntas.
Angela, you unmuted yourself. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I did. So I'm just curious about your 8 coaches in 8 days. And I saw the tail end of that on Snapchat, but I'm like, wow, in order to do that, you have to be in control of, the coaches. Like, I guess you were working the coaches underneath a personally sponsored coach that's already under you, or?
Yeah, so the way it works out is that people on my team, for whatever reason, are not doing the business or whatever. I don't know. So I'm spouseless. So I use my mom's account as my spouse. And since it's been, so of course she's my 1-star diamond, but because it's been so long and I'm, it's getting kind of ridiculous, and I'm doing everything right. And I talked to my coach about it. She was like, do you have another family member you can use the other leg? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right, just use your brother or whatever. Cause that's going to be, you can't make people work this business, especially, I've got a success story. Like, I have a 100-pound wait list. I was in a freaking size up commercial. I have all these followers, and people want to sign up. And so it's time for me to do what I need to do. And it's not advantageous, but, You gotta do what you gotta do. So I
Yeah.
did. I have my mom and my brother, and now I'm 2-star.
Kelly and I have talked about that, you know, on occasion, trying to figure out if we wanted to do the exact same thing. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's not an ideal scenario, but when you want it so bad that it like burns inside of you, I feel like, you know, and my brother and my mom both made like last year individually like $3,000 off of this, and they don't even work the business. So I'm essentially having 3 business centers already. So. Yeah. Oh, I gotta put this on Snapchat. I gotta put you guys on Snap. I haven't even been on Snapchat all day.
Crazy.
People are gonna be sad.
Deborah, you got any questions? You're a new coach. Do you have anything? No? Andrew?
That was my excited face.
Well, thank you again for your time.
You're welcome. I know I'm like kind of like all over the place, but I just get really excited.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And I hope that I'm really excited, Kelly, to see what everybody chooses as their homework, because I know they're going to do it because they're good people.
That's right. They are good people.
Yeah. High five. Awesome. Well, hope you all have a good night. Thank you for letting me come on and kill it. Let's kill it. Let's do it.
Thank you.